Hey, happy Saturday. Bitcoin is trading at $76,400. Just wanted to do a quick short-term update here on the charts because we are still pretty much near all-time highs. But what the heck is going on? Because the price action here is pretty unusual and a little bit suspect in my opinion. So that's why I'm making this video. The 4-hourly chart. Look here. Okay, we always look at the data, we look at the evidence, we look at the patterns. Price action can only do so much. It goes up, down, or sideways, right? And there's just certain things that it can do and that it cannot do. So if we're looking here, my biggest cause of concern at this point in time is the fact that on the 4-hourly chart, we have a bearish RSI divergence. And as you can see here, I've clearly marked it out on the chart. This is going back all the way till March. Okay, so this was the first new all-time high in March when we went to 74,000. So what you can see that it's doing here is this is the typical kind of Wyckoff distribution where it has multiple thrusts. It kind of grinds up and sideways, but it's actually distributing. So the whales on the smart money is selling their position during this time while it's getting retail to FOMO in so they can be the exit liquidity at these points in time. And you can see we typically tend to have these bearish RSI divergences where the price is grinding higher, so it's making higher highs, but the RSI is not confirming this. And on a 4-hourly chart, those RSI divergences tend to be pretty decently significant. And as you can see over here, what has resulted in a pullback every time, 3 out of 3 here, when we had this kind of distribution top combined with a 4-hour bearish divergence. So you can see if we measure this what the move was. So you can see from here, from that top with the RSI divergence, we had a 23% move, a $17,000 drop to the downside. Okay, we had the second time over here also. We had a little bit different, but it kind of made a double top with a bearish divergence where the price made an equal high, but the RSI made a lower high. Same thing. And here we went and we dropped 25%, $18,000. Then we had the same thing again several weeks later. Similar thing. You can see here the 3 thrust distribution, the Wyckoff pattern. So it makes a high, makes a higher high, makes a higher high over here. And this is all while it's getting retail to FOMO in, thinking, hey, we're going higher. No, they're distributing, they're selling here. And look, once again, what it resulted in. We had a drop here of 28%, $20,000 drop. Okay, so $18,000, $17,000, $20,000 drop. 3 out of 3, right? And what we're seeing now is you can very clearly see we have this bearish divergence once again, where we had this first high up against the all-time high. We had a bit of a pullback, and now we smashed up through it. But we broke above it with the RSI divergence on the 4-hourly chart. On top of that, we're also seeing this similar kind of almost mini Wyckoff, so in a lower time frame, like a 15-minute and an hourly, there's also divergences on this current grind up here. So ultimately, time's going to tell. I could be wrong about this. I hope it keeps going. But in my opinion, this could be a warning. Combine that with the euphoria and the extreme greed sentiment that we saw recently. Currently, we're not at extreme greed. We're at greed, but we're 75. So we're literally 1 or 2 points on that indicator away from extreme greed. So it's still pretty greedy. I still see most of my feed talking about up only. I believe we're going to see a pullback in the short term. The question is going to be, how big is that pullback going to be? Is it going to be more shallow? The most ideal situation is that we just pull back, retest the March high and don't go much below that, and then continue up to like 85,000 or something like that. That would be the most bullish scenario, and I hope we see that. But in the case that we do drop below the March high and we get below here, well, then we hope it's going to stop here somewhere around 70,000. If price gets below this previous low over here, then I think it's going to be very dangerous for the overall bull trend. So that is kind of where we really don't want to see it go. So that's what I'm saying here. $15,000 to $20,000 moves. If we get a $20,000 move to the downside, that's like 55,000, and I think it would be very bad to go below here. So we do not want to see us go below this previous low. That's a bearish market structure break. If we get below, say, 66.6, then we're probably targeting like that CME gap over here at 54. So I think if we lose this, probably go down here. For now, those are the three options. So our number one hope is that this holds on case of a pullback. Previous high becomes support. That would be the most bullish. In case we break down there, we're looking for somewhere around maybe 70 or 69. Hopefully that holds, and then we can still have a run up. If we lose this level, 66.6, then we're probably looking at low 50,000s in my opinion. So this is all very interesting price action. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see what weekly close we get first of all in the next 48 hours or so. And then let's see how this bearish divergence continues to play out. If you want my real-time updates about charts like this, about trade setups, and about daily market analysis, come and join me inside my VIP. I do this in real time in Discord. You can interact with me, the whole community. There's more than 2,800 members in there. Currently, my VIP is still 50% discount. The price doubles in December, so you've only got a couple weeks left if you want to join. The link is in the description down below, and there's a full 60-day unconditional refund period. So come and check it out. There's no risk to you. You can sign up, you can join. If you're not happy, you can get a full refund. But by next month, the price doubles. So if you want that saving, come and join us now. The link is in the description down below.